care of anyone but yourself, Amy.
Got us. Summertime, and the villainy is not easy. Who's ready for a little chaos?
Like Casey Atwood.
Let's go, son.
Power's out of place. I can't believe that my mother is stronger than I am. Oh, super's in their face.
Looks like someone couldn't wait to meet me.
There is so much new for your eyes to see. BDV is the place to be.
Hell yeah.
Next on Disney Channel.
So, the Mark Martin installment of Villains of Valley View proved to be some crazy shit once again. This show gets each episode, just based on each and every episode just keeps getting crazier and crazier. Like for this the shit gets even crazier episode by episode. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Like, goddamn. But anyway, there's a lot to unfold from here, so let's get into it. This will be edited in a partially different way than usual, but there'll be a Villains for Valley View section, which is here, and then the next one will be the Ultraviolet one, and then we'll do the outro, and then then off to the Ragers the next 3 days, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. But anyway, there's a spot on my phone. Wait. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Alright, that was fucking distracting me. But, yeah, I mean, Starling was... I thought this was gonna be the episode where the whole Madden family secret was gonna get unveiled. And we were about to see that. Starling, when she... thing is, they tricked us in the last episode, the Terry Labonte installment last week with that cliffhanger, when... Starling, wrote, instead of signing her autograph, said, "I know who you are." I was like, Jake. I thought, initially that, Starling knew that he was chaos like Casey Atwood. So that's what I thought. Me and Starling were on the same page. I thought, he initially thought, oh no. No, not Starling. Me and Chaos like Casey Atwood, aka Jake, were on the same page. That we thought Starling initially knew that he was Chaos like Casey Atwood, but she was actually referring to, the regular version of Chaos like Casey Atwood, Jake, the boy whose life she saved. And then when she figured out his secret identity, somehow the security guard, we all know that security guard. There's a security guard, did not let them in. Their plan to, sneak past them, in plain sight failed. So they found a way to sneak in with the wardrobe. And when the security busted them like Adam Petty and tried to kick them out, Starling said, "I know them, they're my fans." And so he kind of, had to go with the flow. Hartley and Jake, tags, so that way, Hartley, just say Hartley's fans, but he was also keeping a close eye on Jake, to make sure he didn't do nothing stupid. But, yeah, there was a lot of, suspicious acts and weird behavior going on all over the goddamn place. And so that was when, Starling figured out Jake was also cast like Casey Atwood. And, initially she said she was gonna turn, them in, not turn Hartley in. It was nice for Jake to look out for Hartley, saying, "Hey, if you're gonna turn it in, want to turn me in. Hartley's just our neighbor. She was caught up in this mess." And so when she turned to leave, Jake noticed, that one of the parts of the stage was about to fall down on her. And guess what? He saved her the same way she saved him many years back in events before the series. From falling off the building. And when Starling saw that, she's like, maybe you become a better person after all because of me. Maybe you were right. And so they promised each other to keep each other's secrets. So for now, it may not be so bad, but don't be surprised if that's not the case for very long. So we're gonna have to wait and see. And we have Billy Badass. Sadly we didn't get to see much of her. Oh, and now that's the end of the week. Hopefully Izzy is done completely unpacking. We can have our video call meet and greet, so I can actually talk to her and tell her about myself and talk about any subject I want as long as I want, but not for too long, or not too late, so I can wake up early for Daylan Baker's grad party rage at the Crotch of Doom sometime early tomorrow midday. But yeah, they found the money in the wall, and I thought they were going to expose themselves. I thought, Amy was going to expose herself with, her mom and dad, Vic and Eva, about their little villainous secret. They almost did with Robert and Celia, and somehow they kept it afloat. And Robert and Celia never busted them like Adam Petty. And with Ultra and villains, there's going to be a lot of Kyle Petty close calls that'll eventually lead to the eventual Adam Petty bust-up. It runs in the Petty family. 45, lean with it, Kyle Petty. Lean with it, Kyle Petty. Oh my God. So we're going to get to that Ultra stuff in the second half of this video. But wow. And you know how Celia said Robert was going to stay around? Yeah, I wonder how that's going to work. We've had characters like that say shit like that before, and it never fucking happened. So I doubt Robert's gonna be in the Madden house, the Casey Atwood installment and beyond. It's the Casey Atwood installment, meaning that's we nicknamed Jake's secret identity after the King of Chaos himself, Casey Atwood, the number 7 Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge Intrepid for Ultra Evernham Motorsports. So yeah, and the last thing I have to say about villains is poor Colby. We never got to see his human form at all tonight. He was as a sledgehammer, and of course he was taking a good old-fashioned beating. I feel bad for the kid. Sometimes when he's taking a beating, he can be slick too, and taking a beating is nothing. But unfortunately, he could not do that tonight because he was not a human. The whole time he was never in his human form, which sucks. But hey, I don't know how Chris and Brian and Ken and Anna and Tony and them make that shit look so real. Or Chris and Chris, Peterson Harvey. So you guys want to explain that to me, how you make this stuff look real? Where, we know Malaki Barton is not really a hammer, a sweater, or a towel, or any of these things. But yet, they make him turn out to be. And yet, do they, give these special effects animations and make them talk over it into a voicemail? I don't fucking know. I have to go. Fans have to go to school for that shit, to learn how that shit works in their favorite shows. But anyway, let's start the second half of the video talking about Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, which also had the Mark Martin installment of its own. Roll it.
Chaos lies corruption.
Are you monologuing again?
So for the Mark Martin time this summer, so far in the run until we get to the last 6 episodes to complete the Greg Booty Biffle episode count in the fall, when we start the 2022-2023 television season in the non-summer months, when we do the Adventures in Autumn and Winter Wonderland stuff, and most of the Spring is in the Air stuff by next year. We were living La Vida Ultra and even shaking their bonbons too, which I'll get to in a little bit. Ricky Martin would be proud of him, but I'm not going to tag him or Rosa and Child in this because there's too many fucking people to tag. But anyway, first off, I'll start with the main plot as always, well, the main plot and subplot kind of merge together. We have to talk about them combined. So, Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, not the name of the show, but the actual characters. Black Scorpion gave her permission to use the password hacker or a cracker or whatever the fuck it was called. I'm not saying any racist terms here, so don't get that confused. That's what I'm just saying what they kind of said in the show. And, even though he originally didn't want to, but, she convinced him otherwise. So, regular Violet went into, the secret school identity. He used it to hack into the computer's password at school to figure out, who was making up all these gossips about random people. Of course, they were laughing about it, but then this was about, her and Maya and the other 2 girls. they ended up getting pissy. So, and understandably so, that's usually how it works. It's all fun and games until it happens to you. I mean, I'm talking about just gossiping. Just talking about any negative, occurrence of events, in general. So, yeah, I kind of knew it was Lewis who was the main suspect, but at the same time, I pretended I didn't know, to make it more exciting and fun, because if I just did it sat there the whole time and watched it, just acted like I knew the whole time, it wouldn't have been as fun. So even if you already know, you got to pretend you don't, so you make it more fun that way, and storylines like that for these episodes of these shows. So, and then they took it a little too far when, Lewis didn't even write the one about, Nina, Violet's mom, and the principal of the school. That was all their teachers. And the blonde hair teacher, she hella cute. She's fucking cute as fuck. So the actress who plays her, I don't remember her name, and I'm too lazy to stop the film and go look it up. But whoever you're tagged in, if you're going to be tagged in this, so you know who you are. It's really nice to meet you. I think you're ultra cute. So whoever your husband in real life is, he's one lucky motherfucker to be married to such a cute little lady. But so therefore, she apologized. The teacher did apologize to Nina for doing that, and they kissed, made up. Well, they didn't do it like that, but that's how the way they were talking things out is how they meant it. And I know that Tiago wanted to handle it, because of the fact that the cute teacher, cried when he graduated and shit. And I think Juan Carlos wanted to handle it, but Nina was braver and handled it herself, which was very strong of her to do. And of course, the only other thing there is to talk about is, there's two things they think. One, Violet got to the end of this as Ultraviolet. Actually, no, three things. Ultraviolet. She got to the end of it until, the superhero version told them to knock it off. And so that's how they, considering, told them, hey, stop picking on that girl and her friends. So that, what if someone did that to you? And then two, when Ultraviolet came back in her superhero form, she tried as fast as she can to sit down, and get stay back in the middle of the work like she never did before her uncle showed back up. But he caught her in plain sight as he took a page out of Need for Speed's book, which is what we're going to be debuting on my YouTube channel in real life on bikes this month. Now that is July, but I'll upload a promo of it, sometime within the next, sometime throughout my whole week off at work. So he said, he took a page out of Need for Speed's book. He busted her. He said, you're busted. Not the Need for Speed way, but in his own Black Scorpion way. And so this just goes to show me what I've been learning. People have been trying to tell me this whole time. Even if you don't mean to do something bad, that doesn't change the fact that it still happened. It doesn't make it any less, wrong. Whether you meant to or not, it's still wrong. Just because you meant to doesn't make it any less wrong. So, therefore, he did accept the immediate apology and not play the card of, you're only sorry because you got caught. You're like, it's cool, but you're still lucha grounded. And it could have been worse. A week is nothing compared to what he could have given her to, clean the mess. He could have given her a whole fucking month. And when she initially wanted to refuse, Jeff Gordon, Ultraviolet did, he kind of threatened her with something worse than a mat. Because I would rather clean up a mat than a fucking toilet, which, forgive me what I'm about to say. When the Black Scorpion asked Ultraviolet, do you prefer toilet? She's like, oh, hell no. And she's like, that's what I thought. But she didn't say it like that, but that's how she meant it. Now, that's not what I was talking about for when I said forgive me what I'm going to say. To me, I've always thought since I was a preteen, early teen, that cleaning out toilets is a job for pussies. It's only a job that pussies do, exclusively to pussies. So, sorry, not sorry. I apologize for the extreme French, but it's the fucking truth, and people need to hear it. But, you know, and what was the other thing I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, the two things. Now, the third thing, when, you know, Lewis... Oh no, four. Okay, the third, I'll save the best one for last. The third thing, Luyan in the hallway when, you know, Violet and Mayo were monitoring the security cam with the password cracker or whatever the fuck it's called. Someone from the show, I tag fill me in on this, and I tag you on Instagram. They caught him dancing in the hall with salsa. That was no salsa to me. That was bonbon shaking like Ricky Martin, written by Robbie Draco Rosa, Desmond Child, and George Norija. Shake your bonbon. Wait, voice crack. Shake your bonbon, shake your bonbon, shake your bonbon. After all, the show slogan is a play on Ricky's number one 1999 smash hit, Livin' La Vida Loca, as in Livin' La Vida Otra. So that's why I make the reference of Shake Your Bonbon. And that's all. But the most important thing, the cliffhanger, though. The fucking cliffhanger, where Lewis walked into Nina's office to ask her to be part of the newspaper writing and shit. And since I'm pretty sure Dan Hernandez, Benji Samit, Leo Chu, and Eric Garcia staged this, because in real life you have to have requirements and a license and training and be trained to do all that kind of stuff. But thankfully it's just a show. There's no requirements in a universe like this, a show like this. And she's like, since there's no requirements, you get to choose whether or not you want to, even though whether you offered it to yourself, I offered it to you. And he said yes, but then this is where the video ends. He wants to know who Ultraviolet is. I bet you Nina, we probably didn't see it because it was like, a darkened, shadow, because, considering, they kind of like dimmed the lights on her. We didn't see her facial expression. She was probably thinking, oh shit. She probably, I don't think she knows right away that Ultraviolet is also her daughter, also named Violet, but she might get suspicious the closest thing she might get to that, she might be on the, her thinking may be on the, what we think she's thinking is on the right track. She might be suspicious that it may be her daughter, but who knows? We have like 7, 8, 9, 4 more episodes to go for the summer run, and in the fall we finish it out for the last 6 episodes. My mom just walked in, so let's get the hell out of here. Have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, be you. You have to try harder to do less. You can't deport a dream. Sometimes the worst things in life lead to the best things. Always bet on the side of love. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Sometimes you just got to be present, and it's never pays to worry too much about things. So take care, everyone. Good night, and it's off to the Crouch Your Dooms tomorrow for Daylan Baker's grad party rager. So see you later, everyone. And moments later, back in our own bedroom, I forgot to say, so I gotta throw this in there as like a last minute thing before we sign off for the night. You never fail until you stop trying. That is 2 things that this show has taught us. That, and you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. I feel bad for you never fail until you stop trying, because that's like the third video and 4 uploads that this is the 3rd video of 4 uploads that I forgot to fucking say that shit. I need to get my shit together with my outro. I mean, it's all good except the tail end of it. I forget like the penultimate one and skip right over to the very last one because I've had a hard time memorizing the one from Bunked, which is the most recent one of all. But see you all at the Crouch Your Dooms tomorrow for that grad party rager for Daylan Elizabeth Baker.